What's up, watchers, and welcome back to episode 10. Now I know I said in the last video that I was going to put the Ironman on pause for a little bit while I learnt a bit about PVM. I've decided to scrap it. I don't like the way that I've recorded it either, so it's not going to go up on the channel. So I'm recording this now because I have learnt some bits and bobs about doing PVM on the main account. I've learned how to like shield switching and when to resonance, because I was finding that a lot of the time when I was popping resonance it wasn't going off, and that's just simply because when I was casting resonance I was unequipping my shield and I was casting it too late. I thought I was casting it too early, but as it turns out I was casting it too late. It wasn't going well. But I've managed to get to a point now where I can do Vindicta with 2 doses of prayer pot and like half an invent to a full invent of beltfish. So I'm fairly confident that I could do it on an Ironman with relative ease without having too much of an issue. So that's that sort of done for now. One thing that I do want to do is work on a few more quests. I've got some quests in mind to get up towards Barrow's gloves, because Barrow's gloves are pretty good. They give a plus 12 bonus and they're a hybrid set of gloves. You get a plus 12 bonus to the style that you're using, whether it's melee, ranged or magic. And I'm not that far off because I only need 176 quest points. Well, I've got 159 right now, and the quests that I've got left should get me all the way there. So other than that, all I've got to do is get a few skill requirements, which again, I'm not far off. The biggest one that I'm missing is 70 cooking, and that's going to be the hardest one because that's about 500k experience. Agility as well is only 4 levels away. But other than that, everything seems pretty straightforward. Like I need to get 50 fire making, 53 thieving for desert treasure, and for the lockpicks I haven't been buying the lockpicks every day. I keep forgetting, so I've only got, I think I've got like, yeah, I've only got 6, so that's not going to be enough. So I think instead of using the lockpicks and hoping that they're gonna do, I'm gonna go and get the hair clip from doing the King's Ransom quest, because I've already done all the prereqs to that quest. All I need to do is 65 defense and 1 small favour. So it's only 1 small favour, it can't be that long surely. All joking aside, this time I've not shown much in the way of how I've trained my combat stats. So 75 magic, I went into a little bit of ED3, but I never showed you how I was doing ED3. So I think what I'll start doing is showing a full run when I get to it. So like when I start doing Bandos or Krill or Vindicta, things like that, I'll show you a full kill of how I'm doing it, and then maybe if you've not done it before, you might be able to get your first kill, so that when you go to the PVM hub, you can attune your portal to that boss as well. So, because mine's set to Barrows at the moment, but you can reattune it, and it comes in real handy for any of the bosses. So I've got mine set to Barrows, but say I wanted to go and do Krill, I'd only have to run there once, hopefully, provided that I get the kill, and then I can attune it to Krill Tutsaroth, and it will take me to Godwall's dungeon. And same for any of the others. So Virago, for instance, I think that's only near Falador, so you could Lonestone, so you could attune it to that one if you wanted to. Other ones that are kind of a pain to get to, like Nex, is a pretty big pain really, because that's in the same place as Godwall's dungeon bosses. Hellware, Gregovich, Twin Furies, Vindicta, also quite annoying to get to unless you've got the heart teleports, which is kind of a rare thing to get on Ironman, I think, as well as Telos. I should mention that. Dragonkin Library is quite a big one as well, because that's through the wilderness, but I think you can use the group teleport to get there, so we will see. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of questing tonight. I think I've got 3 quests lined up that I want to do, mostly for the Evil Dave part of the Recipe Disaster line, so the Golem, Shadow of the Storm, and I also want to get Horror from the Deep done, and eventually I'm going to do some stuff with Clue Scrolls just to get some pages so I can try and get a God book. I've got a Zami page and I've got a few clues stacked up already, some that I can't do because I need quest requirements, but we will give that a go. So this is pretty much everything that you're going to need for the Golem quest, well, minus the vial of water. You actually need an empty vial, but I bought vial of water packs ages ago. So you need a vial, papyrus, and 4 soft clay. You can mine the clay while you're out there and take some buckets of water with you, but I wouldn't recommend it because the water does evaporate in the buckets. So other useful things to have while you're doing this quest is the water skins, because the water never evaporates in those. Excuse my phone, that would be my buddy on his night shift. Sorry about that. Let's turn that on to vibrate. Cool. One day I will remember to do that before I start recording. So you're going to need a full desert outfit, so you take reduced... it takes longer for you to need water, keeps you cooler. Some water skins so you don't take any damage. I'm taking some food just in case I run out of water, which I shouldn't do because it's not a very long quest. Other useful things to have is a teleport. So having the archaeology journal or the invitation box gives you a quick teleport to Brother Samwell for faster access to the Varrock dig site, which is needed for a part in this quest. If you have access to it, you can use an Amulet of Glory for quick transportation to Shanty Pass, which is just here where I'm stood. You can use the Dominion Medallion to get to Uza really quick, which is just here. So Dominion Medallion teleports you right here, and this is where the quest is, just here. You can also use a Traveller's Necklace, which gets you to the Desert Eagle Cave, and that is somewhere around here, I think. I'm not 100% sure where it is because I've never used that teleport before. So other than that, there is no enemies to defeat in this quest, so you don't need any weapons, any food, potions, none of all that good stuff. So I will be back with any important parts in the quest that you need to know about, like where certain things are. So just before you cross the river, you want to just run up this path a little bit and you'll find a phoenix. And what you want to do is grab a feather from this phoenix, and you will get you'll get stopped. You can get caught. Just try and get a feather from it, and then when you've got a feather, head back to Uza, or Uzia, however you want to pronounce it. So once you've made it back to Uza, after grabbing your phoenix feather, you just want to climb down the staircase, and then you'll see that there's a little alcove with one of these statues missing, and this is why we stole the statue from earlier. So you just use the statuette on the alcove, and then turn it so they're all facing towards that door. So I need to move these two. It can be different for everyone. You might only have one, you might have 4 of them to do. But there we go, now the door is open. You just want to go through the door, and then you can see the skeleton of the Elder Demon. And what you can also do while you're down here is surge or run to the throne and just remove the gems. You'll get 2 rubies, 2 emeralds and 2 cut sapphires, And you also get an achievement as well, which is always kind of nice. Next up, you want to head back upstairs to the clay golem. And for this part, once you've got back to the clay golem, you want to use the phoenix feather on the black mushroom ink that you collected earlier, and then use the phoenix quill pen on the papyrus. Why haven't I unlocked that bit of the quest? Oh, maybe I need to talk to the... So you talk to the golem first, and then you'll so then you realise that he still thinks that he's got to contain that demon. So then you rewrite the golem program, and then use the strange implement on the golem. Use the golem program on the golem. It'll say new instructions, task completed, and there you are, quest complete. And you get another achievement for doing it as well. So the next quest on my list of quests to do for Recipe for Disaster is Shadow of the Storm. So the requirements for the quest are Demon Slayer, the Golem, and 30 crafting, which is all pretty easy to do and to get on an Ironman or even a main account. So the required items for this quest are Silverlight for the boss fight at the end, a silver bar, an empty vial, and 3 pieces of a black outfit. And one other item that it doesn't tell you that you do need is the strange implement. You do need that for this quest. You can obtain it later if you have already dropped it from completing the golem. So now that you've got all 3 black items and you've spoken to Evil Dave, you'll be able to go and speak to Deneth, the evil ringleader that I'm going to call him. So again, you can either skip through the dialogue or read it if you want to know about the lore. I've done this quest a lot, so I'm just going to skip through it. And you just want to say, what do I have to do? And now we're on to the part where we need to talk to Jennifer to get a demonic sigil mold. Does she have one? Here it is, thank you. Spot on. And now we need to talk to Matthew, wherever Matthew is hiding. There he is. And we want to know what happened to Joseph. Next up, you want to go to any furnace in Runescape and create a demonic sigil. So for the next part of the quest, you can get rid of all your black items and get your combat gear out, because we're nearly at the point in the quest where we have to kill the demon. So I would recommend getting out your best combat gear that you've got and a ring of recoil. A ring of recoil will come in handy, because it will recoil the damage from the boss back at itself. So I'm going to get all the items out that we need. I think that's it actually. I don't think I've got an amulet. But you just want to bring your best gear so you can kill it as efficiently as possible. If you've got like attack potions, you can bring an attack potion. If you've got strength potions, bring that. Bring whatever you need to get the boss down. So this is what you're looking for the broken kiln. Oh, I got very lucky and found it on my first one, but it can spawn in this one, and there's also one just up here as well that you could miss if you weren't, well, you wouldn't look up here because it's quite a distance out of the way. That's spawn. Poor Matthew, he bit the dust. You'll take the blame, and now you have to kill the demon. So I'd recommend, if you have it, pray magic, just because his magic attacks kind of hurt. And you've just got to try to kill him now. So it could take quite a while, but the ring of recoil will do work. And that's basically it. He can deal a fair amount of damage, but if you've got stats like mine, you probably won't need to eat. And there we go. As the final strike is blown, that is Agrithnar down. And you'll also get Dark Light received from this as well, which is a little bit of an upgrade from Silverlight. So I think if we unequip Dark Light, it'll tell you about Agrithnar's blood being fused to the blade, and then you can select what you're going to put your experience reward into. You get 10,000 for, I think it's either attack, strength, defense, constitution, ranged or magic. So I think I'm going to put mine into strength, I think. So there we go. That is the quest completed.